Caroline Manzo is saying that she will never return to the Real Housewives after what went down on season 4 of Ultimate Girls Trip with Brandi Glanville. Let me just tell you exactly what she said as we get into it. So this was on an April 7th episode of Two Teas in a Pod. And of course, when they got her on too, they just jumped right in and they were trying to get all of like the little tea moments. You know how they do the clips, right?
Yeah, Two Teas in a Pod. They don't wait. You know, they don't like warm you up. They just start asking questions.
I'm going to see if they have a little. Oh, yeah. I'm going to play the clip for you guys, actually, because why wouldn't I? Hold on.
Oh, I love clips.
Look how they just get right into it.
That's what they do.
Pick to have one of these two people on to cook with you.
Oh, it's not that one. It's this one.
I just like to throw it right out there.
Yeah, she does.
Brandi's been tweeting up a storm. I don't know if you've seen the tweets.
I haven't.
My question is,
why would she?
You, like, after hearing that, how do you feel? And what is kind of your response to it? Would you ever do Girls Trip again, but with a different cast? I just like.
Okay, so Brandi's been tweeting. If you haven't seen it, she's like, I haven't. My question is for you, how do you feel about that? She's like, I'm telling you, I have not seen it. So anyways, getting back into the Caroline Manzo, because she's saying that she won't come back, and I'm sure she will. When asked if she would ever return to another Ultimate Girls Trip, she replied with never. She said the entire incident was very traumatic, and this is a really large onion with a lot of large layers, and I guess it'll play out. She said that Brandi's recent tweets are very disappointing to her. Now, in a series of tweets posted earlier this month, Brandi claimed that the incident between her and Caroline was complete bullshit and an effing setup. She also alleged that Caroline was fine. As for what it would take for Caroline Manzo to return to the Real Housewives of New Jersey, she said, I know over the years, multiple times I've been asked.
It would take a legacy show at this point.
Yeah. But she said this last season being one of them, she said it was something that I was done with and happy to be done with. And I walked away for a reason. For me to go back, it would have to be a number that was financially irresponsible to walk away from. She also said that she believes Melissa and Teresa are done with each other for good this time around. She said, I think so. I don't know what happened. I know the cliff notes of what happened. There comes a point where you just got to be like everybody's got to be sick of it at this point. I
really don't know. There's just so many rumors surrounding the situation, and we've talked to people close to the situation, and you know, we need more information on this situation. I cannot believe we're already talking about, and we have been talking about, Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip season 4, and we're not through season 3.
Yeah, I mean, but she also said, like, you could tell that Caroline Manzo, with this whole incident, Brandi's saying that this is costing her jobs. And I was hearing the two ladies at Starbucks, when they were talking, and they said, do you think that what Caroline is claiming went down? And the other woman said, well, it's Brandi. Half the time she's drunk and she doesn't remember. And I was like, oh, not drunk. And then the other one said to her, she's like, well, true. And Caroline has like that pretty solid reputation of being sound-minded. And I'm listening to them go back and forth because I found it so interesting with them throwing these things out. But Brandi is literally dying on the sword of, I did not do this. Play the tape, release the audio. She's having her lawyer come out. Like, are you guys just trying to hype this up for not them specifically, but is the network, the streaming service, just letting all of this get hyped up for Ultimate Girls Trip season 4 because it's good for ratings and they think we'll just watch to figure out what happened?
I mean, I will. You got me. I'm going to watch it to figure out what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And there's so much. There's just so much. It goes back and forth all the time. We always get new pieces of information. I've actually started to ignore all the pieces of information we get because they're so out there, you know? So I'm really curious. Like, to be honest, I don't know if I believe either of them.
Well, I mean,
completely.
Obviously, I think it's true when they say there's 3 sides to every single story, your side, their side, and the truth. Obviously, that plays a part in this, but I don't know. I feel like for Caroline Manzo and Brandi Glanville, this is all just super disappointing. But if Brandi actually did what Caroline is claiming that she did, I don't think that the network will bring her back. I think that Ultimate Girls Trip was sort of her, okay, we're giving you a chance. And then they liked her on Ex-Wives Club. And like she said, she's breaking the fourth wall, which I know that they're encouraging you to do on Peacock. But then you can't go out and say, production told me to be a drunk party mess. And I did exactly what they told me to do. And then it feels like a fucking setup. Because now it's like it's almost like you're pointing fingers at production.
So we just got the announcement of, is it announced or is it a possible New York Legacy kind of Ultimate Girls Trip thing?
Oh, well, no.
I know we're gonna get into that, but I think, what was really supposed to happen with Ultimate Girls Trip is I believe that Brandi, Ava, Marcel, and Phaedra were supposed to be kind of like leading the whole Ultimate Girls Trip thing. They would be appearing on most or all of the seasons, hosting different, travel things. I think that's the direction they wanted to go with it.
Yep.
Now with all of this happening, that kind of nixes that, So I feel like what they're going to try to do with this New York thing is kind of brilliant. Because this is just, I don't know. You know what my problem with Ultimate Girls Trip is I always get so excited for the next season. Like the first one was really cool. Then after a few episodes, I'm like, I'm done. And then the Bluestone Manor, it was great. Oh my gosh. Like these wives who are no longer on the show are all at Dorinda's house. Like what could go wrong? After a few episodes, I was like, okay. Thailand, same thing. I'm getting to the point like now, where I'm like, I'm good. So maybe it is a good idea that they are going to try to shift this into something like Legacy meets Ultimate Girls Trip.
I mean, Shady Millennial. Brandi stole Giselle's Casa Azul. Okay, let's talk about this really quick because I love the fact that on Ultimate Girls Trip, they do get to break the fourth wall and they get to just kind of say whatever they want and call each other out. Giselle looking for this damn bottle. I will be shocked if Candace did not hit the nail on the head. If you guys didn't watch this week's episode, it starts off it was a silly ass storyline. Giselle got this bottle of Casa Azul. Okay. So it's the bottle that you ding has a little bell on the top.
Clase
Azul.
Clase Azul.
Clase Azul.
Not Casa. Clase.
I said Clase.
Clase Azul.
Okay, you're not going to school me. 700 in the room. Smash that like button. Clase Azul. I'm over here just with the martinis, okay? But my point is the whole episode is surrounding Leah McSweeney fainting, constantly needing attention on this season. She honestly, I wanted to bring her on for an interview. I am so over Leah McSweeney on this show. I find her to be rude. I think she is so rude to the rest of the cast. She wants to share her story. And then Alexia is trying to share her story, which Alexia, out of all of them, has lived like 10 lives. And I understand she can talk a lot, but it's like, at least she has good stories. You're talking about the different sides of guys' things. And, they should
and what happened on Reasonably Shady. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No one cares.
And then Leah's like, I feel like I'm being bullied. I'm also so sick of that being thrown out so much.
All the time.
It's like
all the time.
Your job is to go on this show and have conflict resolution. If you can't handle it, and many people cannot, do not join a Real Housewives of shit. Just stay off of it. Stay at home. Keep
reality in general
to the mob.
Yeah.
Like, pitch your clothing line and going on the show and telling the women, can you guys please get drunk? And then getting upset with them because you wrote a book on how sober you are. That also sounds stupid. And I hate that word stupid, but it sounds stupid that you're telling them like, dance, get drunk, right? You guys are so boring. Well, like, why are you pushing something on them that has affected you so much? And if it's affected you that much, then you're sitting there and projecting it on them. Girl, shut up.